Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the difference between a formula and a function by adding two cells in the first instance and then a range of cells in the second instance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up to the column labeled A, going to right click, going to click insert, and this is how you insert a column. All right, so here now, I'm going to label apples here. And above here, if you want to write, you could write fruit, which would be the column title or heading for this part. I'm going to write bananas here. All right. And here now I'm going to have quantity. All right. So I'm going to say that I have 4 apples and 10 bananas. All right. All right. So I'm going to put a border around here. So I block the range of cells from A7 through B10. And I come up here and I come in the font group on the ribbon and I click here and I go all borders, right? This is just a presentation so that it is neat, right? So here now I'm going to write total. This is total fruits, all right? Now I can select column these two cells labeled A7 and B7. And what I can do, I can bold it, right? Good. So the total here in the first, let me right click, insert a row, all right? All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to leave here. I'm gonna use, this is an arithmetic. It's an arithmetic formula that I'm using here, right? Formula. All right. So here to use a arithmetic formula, which is required on the CXC SBA, you'd write equal cell B9 plus B10. Enter, and we're supposed to get 14, right? Good. Now, I'm going to show you over here, right, how you would use a formula to execute the addition of the number of fruits that we have, right? So we're going to start off again with fruits, right? Then we're going to have quantity, right? Then we're going to have here apples, assuming that we have more than one in our count, which we do. We have banana. We're going to put one banana, all right, to explain what I meant a while ago. Okay. Then we're going to put oranges. All right. So again, I'm going to block these cells from D8 through E12, right? So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to click all borders will be the last option that we chose on the borders. If we click on it, we don't have to go and select it again, right? So here now I'm going to label here total, right? And I'm going to block the column titles or headings, bold, sorry, gonna bold, right? And then above here, we're gonna write function, right? What we're doing, we're using a function here, all right? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna merge and center the function here, right? So I block these two cells, D7 through E7, and come here, the merge and center would be in the center there, right? So what I'll have to do is put a border here, which I did a while ago. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put a border. So I'm going to select the cells A7 through B7, right? So we come here, merge and center, and we're going to go all borders, right? Now let's see the difference now. So I'm going to put 12 apples, 1 banana, right? And 15 oranges, right? So what I'm going to use a sum function to add, right? So I'm going to go equals sum, open bracket, and the range would be this cell here, E12. I'm going to put capital E12, colon, which means through, and this would be E11. Close bracket, enter. Okay, what happened? It should be E9. So what the computer is saying, that we found that there was a circular reference in our workbook that might cause your formula to calculate incorrectly, right? So we click OK, and there it is 0, right? We're supposed to get something like 28. So we double click on it. This should be 9, right? E9. Enter. Let's go again. This should be 11 here. Enter. Right, there's a 28, right? So let's look at the difference. When you're using, I'm going to use my fill color this one. I'm going to click on this cell here, or the cell that is merged, starting at D7 and ending at E7. Going to click the fill color, right? So when you're using a formula, right, you use it when you're adding 2 cells, right? But if you're adding a range of cells, then you use the function, right? Which would be sum, which would be this, equal sum, and then the range. So the range in this instance was E9 through E11, right? Now, I'm going to show you also that you could use the formula to add these 3 items listed here. So I'm going to repeat what I have here. So I'm going to put it right here. So we're going to use our formula, formula to add these items here. So we have fruit, we have quantity. All right, so we're going to block these range of cells from G8 through H12, right? So we're going to click all borders here. For the formula, we're going to click merge and center right here on the alignment in the ribbon at the top. Oh no, sorry, I need to block these cells G7 and H7, right? And then we go merge and center, and there it is. And we want to color it too, so we click fill color, right? So the fruit again was what? Apples, bananas. We're gonna put bananas, no, because we're gonna put more than one banana. Bananas, oranges. I'm gonna put total here, okay? All right, so we're just gonna put maybe 44, 7, and 26. And I'm gonna show you now how you can actually. All right, we're gonna move this over. Can I right click, insert? Good, we move that over. I want to change the color here in the fill fill color, change it. All right, so that it is the color isn't highlight, isn't colored in this cell I7. All right, so I'm going to use a mathematical, an arithmetic formula here. So we'll equal, equal. This cell would be H8, so capital H8 plus H9, which would be this one, where the 7 is located. So it would H9 plus H, no, this would be H, let me see what's up. No, this one should be 9, and this one should be H10. And the last one would be H11. Enter. All right, and we got 77, right? So I showed you how to use the formula. And what we're saying is when you're adding two cells, you use a formula. If you're adding more than 3 cells, which would be the range, for example, here, E9 through E11, then you would use a function, right? Which is a built-in formula that is included in the software, right? You could also use a formula to add the range of cells, for example, here from H9 through H11. But it would be best if you use the function in this case once it is more than 2 cells. But it would not be incorrect to use the formula to add the cells. So it would be more efficient to use a sum. However, if you go in an exam and they are asked to use the formula or the arithmetic formula, this is the one you would use here that I have here selected. It would be, for example, this example would be H9 plus H10 plus H11, right? But again, if you have a range of cells, you would use the function. So this brings us to the end of today's video. In today's video, I showed you the difference between the formula and the function. I showed you how you would use the two, and the two instances where the arithmetic formula is recommended, and the other instance where the function is best suited. So the formula is best suited to be used when you have two cells and you're gonna do a arithmetic calculation on the values in the two cells. For example, adding. However, if you have a range of cells, then it is best you use the function. However, you can use a formula to add a range of cells, but it is easier to use a function. So depending on what you're asked to do in the exam, you use either the function or the formula that is required for the given question. So in the next video, we'll be looking at the while loop. So we encourage you to join us, and we're looking forward to seeing you in that video. Please take care until then. Bye.
Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.